Yo, what's up guys, it's Carl Games here, and today I'm bringing you my first place deck profile. I won EXO at my locals, and it was again with Heroes. This Heroes are such a good deck, this format, it's unreal. And by the way, this was the post-hidden Arsenal 7 match, locals, so there's lots of people with Vers, lots of people, lots of Mermails, lots of Vers, Evil Souls, and even a couple of Constellas which I didn't know how to play against, but ended up going XO. It's basically my side deck. I love how I could go from a Bubble Beat hero deck to just a straight out hero beatdown deck when I get signed to game 2, and it just makes it really difficult for my opponent to counter that. And plus I got rid of all my opponents. Most of the time my opponents like Ophions and stuff, I all got rid of it with Super Poly. I played a 6-star player and I got rid of his Sheehan with my Super Poly, and then I Monster Reborned it and he just scooped. So yeah, I'm going to get straight right to the deck profile. And also, I'm sorry if I haven't made a video in a while. I do have exams coming up, which is why I can't make that as much videos as what. However, I'll be making much more when I finish my exams. So let's get straight right to the deck profile. First of all, I played one Stratos. I'd play more Stratos if I could. I really like this card, love it. It was really funky in the mirror match when I was playing against Heroes, and I Monster Reborn his Stratos, and it made his Stratos search my Stratos, because I forgot Stratos could search yourself. So yeah, that was pretty cool, pretty funky little play. This card is just too broken. And next off, I'm playing 3 aliases. Alias served me really well yesterday. This plus Gemini Spark caused so much trouble for my opponent. The amount of times they bottomless this card and I had the G-Spark and I chained Gemini Spark and just destroyed another card was ridiculous. So yeah, Alias put in a lot of work yesterday, and definitely a staple at 3. Next off, I play 3 Bubble Man. This is really good because first game I play a really fast turbo build, and 3 Bubble Man just helped me do that. I'd OTK really fast, and then game 2 I typically side out my Bubble Mans and just go for a more beat down version and just still win, because my opponent had trouble countering what deck I was playing. Like, I could be playing Bubble Beat and then I could play Hero Beat because I just side out my Bubble Mans and put more stun cards in, such as Thunder King. So that was a nice cool factor. I liked siding into different variants of heroes. Next card I'm playing is a Photon Thrasher. This is the last monster I play. It's just my typical standard A monster lineup. I really like this card. It served me so many games. The amount of times I summoned this first time and people thought I was playing Photons, I was like, no, I'm just playing heroes. They soon found out. And yeah, there was one game where I literally just won the whole duel based on Thrasher beatdown. I just special summoned this, attack, got destroyed, and I played the Warrior turning alive and brought it back and just kept on attacking for game because this is the only monster in my hand, and ended up winning the game because of Photon Thrasher. So yeah, that was a pretty good game for me in my opinion. So yeah, that's 8 monsters, and yeah, I also sided out the Thrasher second game when I played the more of a beatdown version of Heroes. So yeah, that's 8 monsters. Onto the spells. I played 2 Polydualities, which I finally managed to get super. For me, my favourite rarity is super rare. I don't know why, but I prefer super over Secret and Ghost and everything. So yeah, that's why. And yeah, 2 Polydualities. These worked amazing. The amount of times I opened this with this card all day was just too broken and just too busted. So yeah, this is why I played 2 Duality, because and it served me. It was even better game 2 when I was playing more of a hero beatdown version. Next off, 2 equals. I didn't draw these as much as I wanted to yesterday, but they were pretty good. Every time I love drawing it. Every time I draw it, I was over the moon. So yeah, it's really good for just making your hands less dead more frequently. And this card I drew all game. Reinforcement of the Army. I drew this card probably like 5 times throughout the whole day. It was just too busted in my opening hand, and I top decked into this card like 3 times, and this card is just too good. And there's so many games where I wouldn't even search Stratos with this card. I'd just search Thrasher and I just do Thrasher beatdown, or if I had like a Stratos in my hand, I'd get this, summon Thrasher, get Stratos, add Bubble Man, do some crazy shenanigans, Miracle Fusion, and just win the game. So yeah, Roto was amazing yesterday. I drew it so many times. Next card I played Warrior Turning Alive. This card actually helped me OTK in a game where I don't think I should have won, but basically I had the typical OTK where the typical 70-200 damage against my opponent, like second turn. So I FTK. No, it was the second turn in the door. I FTK'd him basically. I heavy stormed his field, dark hold his field. I drew so broken, and I had Stratos, and I had Stratos, I think. Yeah, I had Stratos and Miracle Fusion. So I summoned the Stratos, added the Bubble Man, set all my back row, special summoned the Bubble Man, overlaid the Heroic Champion, double detached, and then I think, no, it was my second turn. Yeah, sorry, because I had made something else. So yeah, it was my second turn, and I cleared this board, and I had an Alias in the grave, and then yeah, I went to Stratos, Bubble Man, summoned both of them, and then I overlaid into Heroic Champion, detached both. I could have done Blade Armor Ninja, but I wanted Heroic Champion, and then afterwards I Miracle Fusion, got out the Shining, and then I played the Warrior Turning Alive, add the Bubble Man to my hand, put it in my hand for exactly 8,000 damage. Because Shining plus Heroic Champion plus Bubble Man is 8,000 on the dot. So yeah, that was just epic. I mean, I loved it. I felt quite bad for my opponent, but what are you gonna do when you're playing a Bubble Beat version, hey? Okay, next card I played was 3 Miracle Fusions. I love this card. The amount of times I top decked into this, I was like, so many games against Evil Swarms, I was in a grind match, and I just literally just top decked into a Miracle Fusion while he didn't have an Ophion with any materials or no Ophion on the field, and I just won the game. So yeah, Miracle Fusion was amazing, and I really did like it all day. It's just too good. It's probably the best spell in Heroes, because this plus Shining is just too good. Okay, next up, I played 2 Super Polys. Super Poly is amazing. I was playing 3 up until the last minute, and I took it out. I was playing a 41 card deck, and I wanted a 40 card deck just so I could draw Stratos more often. So I took out 1 Super Poly, and I didn't feel the need for another Super Poly. But I mean, this card saved my ass. Like, so many times I had a Miracle Fusion in my hand and I couldn't use it because of Ophion, and I just Super Polyed his Ophion, and that pandemic virus can't do anything to Super Poly because it's literally just too good. Super Poly is just amazing. I'm getting rid of the hardest monsters you can't get rid of in Heroes, and this is why I think it's pretty much a staple at 2 or 3 in the main deck in a Bubble Beat. Yeah, it served me so well. This card, the amount of times, ridiculous how my opponent always used to go first turn Ophion because they'd open Rabbit, and I'd just Super Poly it. I'd summon like an Alias, and then they'd bottomless it, and I'd Super Poly it, Super Poly their monster, and just get rid of their outs and just like keep on attacking them directly. And this card overall throughout the whole day was amazing. So yeah. Next off, I play 3 Sparks. I usually, if you know me, I only like to play 2 Sparks, but I thought I'd play 3 because game 2 I like to side into a Bubble Beat, into a hero stun beat of Heroes, and so yeah, you definitely need 3 Sparks in the hero stun beat of Heroes, which is why I'm playing them. And overall, this is really good. I didn't draw the third one dead, and I remember drawing it. Actually, I did draw it dead like once or twice, and I managed to discard it for Super Poly, which is pretty good. So yeah, that was kind of lucky. And yeah, Gemini Spark was really good. Definitely liked it at 3 in the deck. Yeah, it was definitely really good, and really good second game. It was better second game than first game, but I was just playing a more slow-paced game. But yeah, this was really good for baiting out my opponent's traps and spells, and just baiting out stuff, because when as I said, my opponent would always like bottomless or torrential tribute my Alias, and yeah, they usually bottomless it, so I can't use it for Miracle. And I just changed Spark like so many times and just destroyed another card. It was ridiculous. Sorry. Okay, next up, I played 3 MSTs. MST was really good, really useful against Murmels, and yeah, it literally, because Gemini Spark can destroy anything. Yeah, because Gemini Spark can destroy any card on the field. MST was really good, and initially Gemini Spark usually popped back row with it. Like, so many times when my opponent played the Misfit, I changed Gemini Spark, so it was really good. It meant that my Murmel matchup was pretty easy, and MST just helped secure the game if I didn't have like a Gemini Spark against Murmels with an Alias on the field first turn. So yeah, it was really good. And plus, it was really good at phasing MSTs on my opponent's freaking pandemic viruses, because I don't know why, but they drew them so much, and they literally, every time I played like a Dark Hole or something, they always use their pandemic virus, and I was like, ugh. That card's really annoying. It just needs to get banned. Then we played the Trinity, Monster Reborn, Heavy Storm, and Dark Hole. So yeah, they're the Trinity. I was telling you about the other game where I drew Heavy, Dark Hole. I just played my opponent's field and they're just OTK'd. So yeah, pretty much a staple. Everything's self-explanatory in the deck. Up until this point. On to the traps. That was 20 spells. I played 8 monsters, 20 spells, 12 traps for a total of 40 card deck. I played the Solemn Brigade, both Warning and Judgment. These were amazing. So many times I set so many back row and my opponent Heavy Storm and I just Solemn Judgment. It was so good. And yeah, definitely helped me out throughout the entire match. I love Solemn Warning Ophion. It was just so good. I think I played like 3 Evil Swarms as well. It's ridiculous. Okay, next I played 2 Bottomless Trap Poles. Sorry about that. Bottomless was amazing all day. The only bad thing was against the Evil Swarms once again. Like when they summon their rabbit, banish it, and then bring out their 2 Heliotropes, and I Bottomless, and they chain Pandemic Virus because that thing can protect all of them with that face up. Yeah, so that was really the only bad thing about Bottomless, because it wasn't as good as Evil Swarmers, but it was really good against Murmurs, and I really did like it against that matchup. Next off, we'll play 2 Torrential Tribute. Torrential was really good throughout the entire day, apart from Evil Swarms once again. Yeah, Torrential was just so good. Really good against Murmurs. I loved it against Murmurs, especially when they have like play Abyss Squall and then I just Torrential the field. It was just amazing. I really liked it. Alright, next up we'll play 2 Fiendish Chain. This card's amazing. The only bad thing is that Fiendish Chain doesn't work with Rescue Rabbit because it can still activate its effect. Apart from that, it was pretty good. Still pretty decent against Evil Swarms. And yeah, it was really good. Really good against Murmurs. I never actually knew how good this card was against Murmurs. So many times where I Fiendish Chain a Deep Sea Diva or so many stuff, like it was ridiculous. The amount of stuff I Fiendish Chain, their Abyss Gaias, their Big Eyes, it was just so good. Fiendish Chain put in so much work, it's not even funny. I'm even considering bumping this card up to 3 now. Next off, I played Mirror Force and a Deep Prison. I like 1 of 1. And yeah, I just really like 1 of 1. 5 Fists are popular, but they're not as popular because people on my locals prefer to play Evil Swarms, and yeah, one of which was fine. If there was a lot of 5 Fists, I'd probably play 2 Mirror Force and like 2 Deep Prisons, but there wasn't, so what are you gonna do? So I didn't play them. The last 2 traps are 2 Hero Blast. I bumped this up to 2 because I'm playing the Gemini 3 Sparks. And it literally made Hero Blast really live. I mean, so many times where I'd win a game just because I drew Alias, Spark, Hero Blast. It literally summon an Alias, they Bottomless it, I'd chain Spark, destroy another card, draw a card, set a Hero Blast, and then next time when they summon a monster, I'd Hero Blast the monster and just destroy it. It was just so good, and I really did like Hero Blast at 2 in this deck. I think it works better at 2 when you play 3 Sparks, but yeah, it's not as good when you're playing only 1 Spark. 2 Sparks, sorry. So yeah, that rounds up the monsters that rounds up the main deck. On to the extra deck. I played 2 Shinings. Shiny was amazing. This is the card that single-handedly won me so many games.